Hi, everyone.
Good morning.
Tiff?
Jack, tiffandjack.com. We're so glad that we can join you here on Facebook. Today is, this morning has been somber. We will be very honest. When the person that you have voted for, that you felt most aligned with, most of the platform is not the president, it creates a bit of uncertainty and upset, especially when you're coming from a place where you've been spoken against by the now president-elect in the way of being a minority. So all of me being transgender, there are a lot of questions that we have. What's going to happen? And will we not be able to use the bathroom? Will we lose our right to be the gender that we are? There are a lot of questions. All of our gay and lesbian close dear friends, immigrants, minorities, women.
I mean, when you have a president-elect that actually says in public that it's okay to grab a woman's pussy.
Not okay.
Not okay with us.
Not okay, and it can leave you with a lot of fear and a lot of concern for what's happening. But Tiff and I have spent a lot of time this morning thinking about this, talking about this, making peace with this. And
I'm glad today is a day off for us.
Yeah, today is.
We got to lay in bed. We spent some time listening to live video streams from Deepak and Tony Robbins and Oprah and Marianne Williamson.
Very helpful.
And that's where we go to get a little bit of clarity when we're sitting here going, how did this happen? How did this happen?
Yeah. And having to work through all of our own fear and anger, and not even saying that we've totally worked through it, but knowing that it's important. We hop on today and that we're just another voice of possibility and another voice saying everything's going to be okay. We don't know. If we play the what if game and we get stuck in all the what ifs, we will not be able to be present in our day or our life. And ultimately, when it comes down to it, I've had to do some soul searching about this whole thing, because as I could see what was happening last night and watching the numbers and counting up all the electorals and seeing what the possibilities were, and it wasn't looking like Hillary was going to win, beginning to feel the fear come up, the trepidation of, oh no, what's going to happen, that anxiety, that intense anger. And then I could feel myself having anger towards the people that were Trump supporters. And then I could feel the feelings of, I just wanted to block everyone so I didn't have to see any Trump supporters. And this morning I've had to face my own dark side, I guess, because that's my shadow side, when I'm wanting to block people off and going to an us and them mentality, which is the very thing that we have been fighting against, to get out of this separation and realizing that we are humankind. We are a human family. It does not matter race, gender, color, nothing. None of it matters. We are a human family and we are here to love each other. Bottom line. And we have to first love ourselves so that we can love each other and be loved by others. And that's what this election has brought up in me, is having to stop and look at my life, look all around my life. And when I'm feeling even hatred towards people that I have loved because of who they voted for, or how happy they are that now their president, the person they voted for, is the president, and take a look, I'm creating exactly what I don't want. I'm doing the same thing. When I look at President Trump and say, what kind of president do I wish he would be? Well, I wish he would be a president that is inclusive, that is all about equality and all about every single one of us being able to live and express and be ourselves to our full capacity. That's what I want. So if that's what I want in him, then I have to take a look at myself and ask myself, why am I dividing myself from that person? Why am I dividing myself from me? That's what I want for myself too. And when I point fingers or I become afraid and I start going into the fear of all the possibilities that could now be happening for us, for our family, for you, for our friends, I can get a little lost. But at the end of the day, I have to go back within and find out, where am I creating segregation? Where am I separating myself from others? And I have a lot of work to do, a lot of thinking to do today, because I want to love every single one of my friends that before I knew who they were voting for, I had no sense of separation from them. Now that I see, I am working through some things of trying not to be hateful and judgmental, because that's not who I want to be, but I have it inside of me. That's my shadow side.
You know, as I think deeply about this, I always see things kind of in a broader perspective. I guess that's a gift that I have. And I know that there are no accidents. I know that when it looks like things are falling apart, sometimes they're falling into a different organization so things can fall into place. And, you know, also, Jack and I have really talked about this. You know, what kind of president do we want to have running this country? And those qualities are the very things that we need to create within ourselves, because there's no point in us any further going and saying, you know, you are wrong, you shouldn't do this, you don't believe in what I believe. None of that is beneficial, but the most powerful thing that any of us can do is to create the change that we want to see within ourselves, because this is a collective consciousness we are witnessing today. A collective consciousness, a way of thought, and it's alarming. I thought we were further along than what I'm looking at today. So the very first thing, and Deepak even said the same thing. He said the very first thing we have to do is accept where we are in this moment. There's no point in living in denial or just being mad and bitching about what's happening. The truth is, we are looking at our collective consciousness right in the face. If we want it to be different, then that is what we must become.
Exactly. And though it may sound cliche, like you said, Katie, it can sound so cliche, be the change you want to see, but that is the truth.
It's powerful.
If we want a president that includes us, we need to include him. If we want to be included and seen and recognized and have rights, then we need to not be excluding in our own energy of humankind around us because of either who they voted for or how they take a stand. And this is the real work that we're all here to do. So Gandhi knew what he was talking about, and his whole message is you work on you being the change that you want to see in the world, and that is what we're here to do. Oh my God, that's what we're here to do.
You know, Jack and I in our practice, we continually teach people how to create the life that they want by using their thoughts, by clearing out the limiting beliefs. This is the time to really say, what do I believe? What is it that I truly want? And see it and feel it. I'm sitting here thinking about our 6 children, the love that we share, the life that we build, the business that we run, and we have so much joy, and we feel so blessed to be able to sit down with each client and really connect with them and hear their stories and assist them in creating more than what they have at the moment. And this is a really joyful life, and I refuse to give up a joyful life. I refuse to be afraid. I refuse to buy into the what ifs. I refuse to do those things because I know that what I am thinking is creating my life experience. My thought and love is more powerful than one president. Your love, your truth is more powerful than any one government. This is the time for you to get up and to be willing to be seen, stand in the truth of love, stand together in the truth of unity, and literally become that change that we're like, you need to be this, you need to be that. Well, we need to be that, because as we are, we will lift the consciousness of this planet and others will follow. It is up to us now to no longer hide. It's time for us to be seen. It's time for us to show our gifts. It's time for us to love unconditionally, even the people that we don't feel believe the same way. It doesn't mean you have to spend every waking moment with them, but it means set your intention for them to have peace and love and a change of heart, and then go forward doing loving, kind things for other people and see the truth of who we all are, which is not separation.
Who we vote for.
No.
The truth of who we are is not who we vote for. It isn't. The truth of every one of us is that we're an individualized expression of the divine. And that means every single one of us matters. Every single one of us has a purpose. Every single one of us, without us in the picture, it is not complete. And that, at the end of the day, no matter how afraid we feel or how uncertain we are about our future, love trumps hate. Love trumps fear. Love is the truth of it. But getting to that place is the tricky part. When you wake up and you get lost in the what if game, just stop. Accept the fact that you're afraid and move forward. It's what we're here to do.
I think part of the struggle that I have had is I just have so much love for people that I see. Really, whether they believe the same way that I do or not has really been irrelevant. But I have found myself noticing that family and friends that may have voted for someone that is not supporting equality and is, degrades women, and like I have had to sit there and say, I love you, and I know that you don't support me, because if you did, you wouldn't have this belief system that it's okay to go backwards into the dark ages where we're removing equality and that we're separating. Right now, our country is in a separating phase, and I choose not to be a part of that. But I have to take a look at my ego, because some stuff is coming up for me. Today is definitely a place of contemplation for me. And, Jack and I are going to spend the day together, and I'm choosing and I'm setting my intention to have a loving, beautiful day. It's our day off. This is when we connect. This is when we talk about things that matter. We're going to spend some time with our daughter and grandbaby. We'll probably see some of our other kids today. We're going out with a friend for dinner, and those are the things that mean something to me.
And it's a really fast and easy way to step aside from the fear. This morning we were looking at our little Tulip, our grandbaby, at her pictures. She's so innocent and so sweet. And then we wake up in our cute furry mutt, Jazzy. She's so cute. She doesn't even, she's just a happy dog. And it's nice to see something outside of the weight of the fear.
And look at this.
This beautiful.
My flowers are still blooming. And I'm like, see? I can count on those flowers.
For a day or two. Yeah. We knew that when we started. Yeah, I know that.
We knew that when we
just
started.
knew that today that we had a message to share, but we've had to do a lot of talking this morning to get to this point. And emotions are very close to the surface. And
I found myself last night, I drank quite a bit of wine, thank God. And I laid in bed a little intoxicated, but it didn't really slow the fear down. And, I'm not a big person that buys into fear, but I found myself laying in bed with a pit in my stomach, and I looked over at my husband and I thought, what if this? What if that? What if we can't do this? Or what if this happens? And I just had to pray and ask for assistance to assist me in my intoxicated state, not to think those things. And, I was actually able to sleep, and I woke up this morning and I thought everything is okay.
Yeah.
It's time for all of us to be willing to step into the power of who we really are. Love ourselves and actually be the change. I know it just sounds so funny, but
it's the truth.
It is such a powerful statement today.
Yeah.
Be the change that you're wanting to see in other people, and that will lift and open the energetic door for everyone to lift to that frequency.
And remember that we're a human family, even down to when you're checking out at the store. Look at that person in the eyes and make a connection just by really looking at them and seeing them, instead of not even noticing they're there and just swiping your card and entering your PIN and walking out. Really look at them in the eyes and wish them a good day. Let's create a ripple effect of love and kindness through the little things. I also posted a video on my timeline today. I reposted it. I love this story. It's a World War II survivor, 92 or 94. And his being reunited with somebody that he freed, a Jewish man that he freed from a concentration camp, who was 19 years old. And they reunited and came together.
How old were they?
90s. They're now in their 90s. I mean,
It was-
they were
it
very
was
young. It was
amazing.
7 decades ago that this happened. But I'm telling you that the difference one person can make when they came together, the man that was freed from from Dachau, he just cried. He wept. He held the World War II survivor's face in his hands and kissed his face and just wept. And he said, my children and my grandchildren, everything I have is because of you, because you helped me. It's huge. And I have so much emotion. We are here to love each other. And I've got a lot of work to do today, because I want to love every one of you. I do not want to have who you voted for separate me from you. It's not what we're here to be or do. And I'm so glad you're here with us live, and I knew it'd be a fucking mess today because it's just kind of a fucking messy day. It's just one of those days, but we will get through this, and even when it appears that there is no way to proceed, a way always appears. I know this is true. I have seen it in my own life over and over and over. No matter how dark it seems, the light is here. And if we will be kind to ourselves, kind to each other in the smallest ways, smile at someone today, let them in on the freeway, give a hug instead of just saying hello. Reach out, be yourself, realize that we are not alone. And the more love that we share and spread, the faster the light comes in for all of us, the more clear we can be about who we are, the more free we are to express that love and be more of ourselves and not hold back. Do not go into hiding. Do not go into fear. Don't feel like you have just lost your life, or if you're gay or you're transgender or you're a minority.
Or you're a woman.
Stand up.
No.
Or you're a woman. Stand up. Be yourself. Don't hide. Show your face. Bring yourself out here to the world with all of us. And together we can. We can do everything.
And listen, when dark appears, the only place that it can go is when light shines in on it. So there are some events that happen that seem to be extremely dark, but you just wait and watch
Good is
and
coming.
see the light. And you
Always
never
does.
know. The president-elect may have a change of heart with some things, and things may turn out better than we think, depending on how we feel about things and what we think. Keep it here.
Stay open.
Stay positive. See what you want. Set your intentions every day. You are creating your reality with what you think.
Yep.
And now that we have seen where the collective consciousness lies, it is a wake-up call. It's a clarion call to you to be seen, to
love
stand up in
bigger.
your power, to be who you are with unconditional love. This is about unconditional love. Once we all live in this place, there'll actually be peace everywhere.
And as we always do at the end of our videos, we do have a gift, and we always talk about it, and it's called Relief in 30 Seconds or Less. And you can grab it, but it speaks, it's why we're here. It's why we're doing this video, because we all need some relief, and we all need to be who we're here to be, and we all have a mission and a purpose, and we're here to help you be you, because we totally love you.
We
So,
do.
at the end of the day. And we will be back again tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm sure, because we just keep coming back. We're kind of like that. Have a great day. Know that
Boom,
you're not
we're
alone.
back.
We love you.
Bye.